So I've had some questions about how the heck does this thing work? Well, we're going to give you a little bit of a walk around now that we have the plastics off of the front and the back, and try to show you how simple it is and how more or less it works, and give you a little bit of idea of whether you can build one yourself. So first off, we'll start off taking a look at the frame. The chassis is all home built. It's not super technical. It's just a bunch of channel put together in a square. If you look at each front wheel, they are a Chevy spindle off of a Dana 44 welded to a plate that is on a cam. As the cam rotates, it puts tension onto the track, moves the wheel forward. There's a bolt right there that you turn and it pulls the cam, pulls the wheel forward. The tracks themselves are chain. They have pieces of flat bar welded across the chain with some plastic paddles, which are ABS pipe cut in thirds, all welded on there. We have 3 axles. The front 2 are the ones with the cam, or the front 1 is the one with the cam. The middle is a trailer axle welded solidly to the frame. The rear axle is a Toyota pickup differential from the 80s that I have taken disc brakes. It's kind of hard to see in there, but disc brakes, and mounted it to those. So when you want to steer, you grab one lever, pull on the brake, locks up this wheel, this side stops, the other side keeps powering, and you keep going. You see, it's just basically a Toyota differential, nothing special, with a disc brake on it. Now we'll move to the motor. It's going to be kind of hard to see in here. We have a snowmobile engine out of a 440 Arctic Cat snowmobile with the CVT transmission, or sorry, CVT clutch. That is just more or less pulled right out of the snowmobile and dropped in there. There's a bearing in the front just to support the shaft, and nothing very special, just a little bit of Hillbilly Voodoo to mount it in there, and it's all good. From that CVT, we'll move you up here, it's a little easier to see. From that CVT, it goes directly into the old smart car transaxle. Right into the input shaft. We took the center out of the clutch, mounted it to the back of the CVT, right somewhere about there. That's the input shaft. We mounted the clutch right there into the CVT, or into the smart car transmission transaxle right here. We have the front CV joint on the one side going straight back into the Toyota differential. You have the 6 forward speeds of the smart car transaxle plus the variable of the CVT, so you can start out in whatever gear you want. Most of the videos that you see around my yard here are just first gear, so it hauls pretty good. Very basic. If it breaks, it's very easy to fix, which is pretty much how I try to build everything. Now for suspension. The body itself is suspended on these springs that came out of an old razor, Polaris razor. Pulls the back end, bounces up and down. You got about 3 to 4 inches of travel, and we have a Watts link or Z-link, whatever you want to call it. Most people call it a Watts link, that holds the body parallel to the frame. And in the front, it's just mounted on a pivot, just a hinge. You pull the Watts link pins, you pull the coils, or the razor coils, and the whole body would flip forward so that you can access everything underneath. Again, we'll take a little bit closer look at the track here. Very simple. Very, very simple. It's based on the idea of over the tire tracks that they use on skid steer loaders or any number of like Nodwell type of track. They were used on Ford 9N tractors for their half track idea, things like that. So we'll go up to the inside here. Steering mechanism. You have two Toyota clutch master cylinders and two levers. The Toyota clutch master cylinders are worked by each lever. As you pull on this lever, this will lock up your left-hand track, stop that track. The right-hand track still has power to it, so you'll spin around. And if you want to stop fully, you grab both levers and pull it, and it locks up both brakes, and you stop. So that's basically it. There's not a whole lot to it. The body is just what it is. It's a Smart Car 2005 body. Everything else is home fabricated out of junk that I found on the ground in the piles around here. If you have any other questions or comments, just check me out. And that's basically what a Smart Car tank is. Rate, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, all that great YouTube stuff.